Hi and welcome. We know there's been some confusion and frustration around the rules for renewing your medication skills validation certificate and completing the required 2-hour annual update on Train Florida. That's why we've created this course, to walk you through the process, explain the rules clearly, and help you navigate Train Florida step by step. Objectives: by the end of this presentation, you'll be able to understand what happens if your validation certificate expires, and know what steps to take if it does expire, so you can get back to your MAP and PIFA duties. Learn when you're allowed to take the 2-hour update and revalidate your certificate. Understand the rules around your certificate's effective date and expiration date. It's really important to keep your medication administration validation certificate current. Even letting it expire by one day can cause problems. If it expires, you won't be allowed to help the individuals you care for with their medications or prescribed enteral formula feedings. Also, to keep your PIFA certificate of completion and PIFA validation certificate valid, you must maintain your MAP, Medication Assistance Provider, status. If your MAP certificate expires, you'll need to start over with the basic medication course. That means completing the training again, passing both parts of the final exam, and having your skills validated before you can resume MAP duties. And if you've been trained to assist with prescribed enteral feedings, you'll lose that ability too. You'd have to repeat your PIFA training and be validated again, but only after completing and revalidating your MAP certification. How to stay on track. Now that you know how important it is to keep your MAP status active, let's go over the requirements and timelines for revalidating. You need to complete a 2-hour annual update and bring a copy of the certificate of completion to your validation appointment. That certificate must be dated no more than 60 days before your revalidation. Any older, and the validator won't be able to complete your revalidation. You're allowed to revalidate your skills up to 60 days before your certificate's expiration date. Keep in mind, your certificate's effective date and expiration date always stay the same month and year, even when you revalidate. Coming up, we'll cover these rules in more detail and share helpful tips to make sure your certificates don't expire. Let's walk through the Basic Medication Administration Validation Certificate. This form is a copy of the Basic Medication Administration Validation Certificate, and we're going to go over each section together so you understand what goes where and any important rules that apply. Starting at the top. At the top right corner of the form, your validation trainer should write in the date you completed your 2-hour annual update. Just a reminder, that date must be no more than 60 days before your revalidation date. If it's older, your revalidation can't be completed. The training course section. Right below the heading, and ending at the bold line, you'll find the section that covers your basic medication administration training course. This part includes your name, the date you completed the course, your instructor's name, their APD trainer number. That number should end with T and V, which means the person is approved as both a trainer and a validator. The validation section. Everything below the bold line is about your validation. This may be filled out by the same person who taught your course, or by someone else if they're only doing your validation. The first 3 lines give details about the validator. Line 1, validator's name, APD approval number, and initials. Line 2, their license type, license number, and license expiration date. Line 3, their signature. The next line includes 3 important dates. Validation date for your primary route, effective date, copied from your last certificate, expiration date, same month and day as your effective date, but 1 year later. For example, if your effective date is July 31, 2024, and you revalidate on June 15, 2025, your expiration date will still be July 31, 2026. Primary and non-primary routes. Next is the chart section, where your primary route is recorded. Your validator will circle it. For most people, this is the oral route, but if you mostly work with individuals who receive medications via G-tube, your primary route might be listed as enteral. There are also boxes for inhaled and simulated routes. Just below that, you'll see 3 rows across the page. Row 1 shows which routes were validated. Row 2 has your validator's initials, except for simulated routes. Row 3 lists the date each route was validated. If this is a revalidation, Dates from your previous certificate may be carried forward with brought forward written in. Non-primary routes. Any route that isn't your primary one is a non-primary route, except for the last 3 simulated ones. These non-primary routes might not be validated the same day as your primary route, expire 1 year from the date they're validated. For example, if you're validated for inhaled medications on June 15, 2025, it expires June 15, 2026. If you validate the ophthalmic route on March 1, 2026, it's good until March 1, 2027. You can revalidate non-primary routes early if the individual still has active medication orders for them. But remember, if your primary route expires, everything expires, including your PIFA status. That means starting over with the full basic medication administration training, getting all necessary skills validated again, repeating and validating your PIFA training, if you assist with enteral feeding, proficiency section. Beneath the heading, you'll see a list of checkboxes for skills and tasks. You must show 100% proficiency in each one. These are based on the rules in Chapter 65G7. If you have any questions about this section, feel free to ask your validation trainer or email us at meaqualityassurance@gmail.com. Final section. The last part of the form is left blank unless a different validator completes a non-primary route for you before your certificate expires. In that case, they'll fill in their name, APD approval number, signature, initials, license number, and expiration date. Keep your med admin validation on track. 1. Check your validation certificate and find the expiration date. 2. Ask Siri, Alexa, or Google, what's 60 days before your expiration date? Easy. 3. Open your phone or computer calendar and go to that date. 4. Add a calendar event. Title it, Take 2-Hour Med Admin Update on Train Florida. Set it to repeat every year and add a reminder so you don't miss it. Bonus. Since the event is 60 days before your expiration, you'll always stay ahead. 5. When the reminder pops up, head to Train Florida and complete the 2-hour update. 6. Once you finish, call your validation trainer right away to schedule your revalidation. Time to revalidate? Here's what you need to do. To revalidate, you'll need to complete the annual update on Train Florida. It includes 3 short modules. Once you finish Module 3, be sure to print your completion certificate. You'll need to bring it with you to your revalidation appointment. No certificate equals no revalidation, so don't forget it. Friendly reminder. Finding the BMA annual update on Train Florida. The required BMA annual update for MAPS is no longer listed in the course catalog on Train Florida. But don't worry, it's still easy to find. You have 2 options to your Train Florida account. If you already have a training plan, the course might show up there. If you don't see it, no worries. Just follow the next few slides and we'll walk you through how to find it step by step. Search the Train Florida homepage. 1. Go to the Train Florida homepage. 2. Click the magnifying glass search icon. 3. Type APD. 4. Under the Sort by Relevance drop-down, choose Sort by Newest. 5. Look for APD Med Error Prevention and Med Admin Annual Update. Click on the link. When the page opens, click on the Register button. What you'll see and need to complete. All 3 of these are required. Module 1, Admin Rule 65G7, Training Validation Medication Admin Procedures, 1.5 hours. Module 2, Consequences of Medication Errors, 0.2 hours. Module 3, Medication Errors, 0.5 hours. Make sure to complete all 3, then print your certificate after the 3rd module, and bring it to your revalidation appointment. Avoid last-minute stress. Take your annual 2-hour update as close to the 60 days prior to your expiration date as possible. Remember to ask Siri, Alexa, or Gemini, Google's AI. What is 60 days before your expiration date? If you put it in your calendar and have it repeat every year, it should remind you that it's time for your update. As soon as you have completed the course, print a copy of your certificate of completion and email it to your supervisor or the designated person for the company. Schedule an appointment with the validation instructor. The more lead time you can give your validation trainer, the lower the possibility that they won't be able to schedule you before you expire. Thank you for all the great work you do. Let's keep everyone on track and stress-free. We would love to hear from you. Whether it is a short presentation like this one that will be published on YouTube, or for in-service training/continuing education course, please let us know. Just email your suggestion to us at mequalityassurance@gmail.com. If we use your suggestion, you will receive acknowledgement in the introduction for the presentation. Of course, if you would prefer we don't acknowledge you, we will abide by your wishes. If we research your suggestion and develop an in-service training or a continuing education course based on your topic, you will be able to take the course at no charge.